Let me start by stating that any investment that you do that is quite below the inflation rate, you are more or less wasting your money. The analysis is very simple. If you put, say, for 100,000 in a business that will give you 10% in a year, and inflation rate as at this time is 17%, that means your money is actually valueless. That means you are not making a better investment. And you can see, ranging from bank investments, say T-bills, term deposits, savings products, their rate is quite below the inflation rate. And what is inflation rate? Inflation means simply prices are going beyond the normal price of commodities are going beyond the normal rates. So if inflation is at this peak now, say 17%, you need, as an investor, you need to start thinking about investment that could give you higher rates more than the inflation rate. And that is exactly our value proposition, that we have a market which is real. You can do agro investments and make far more than 17%, and your money is still safe.
Okay, we came out with our maiden product, which is called the Managed Plantain Farm Project. It's a unique product that is targeted to prospective investors, and then it is run in different schemes. So we've got the bronze scheme, the silver scheme, and the gold scheme. And the target is just to start with plantain farming. So what do we do with this scheme? We get people to buy into this scheme, do an investment, and then we take away the stress of day-to-day management of the farm from the prospective investor. But at the end of the day, we are guaranteeing them a very good and high return at the end of the day. And what are we doing that is so special? The way in which we do our site location is very unique. The type of technology we put in ensuring that this project comes with the best yield is also very unique. And so what we do is we combine the best breed of technology to give the best output to our investor. So strategically, we have gone out to get the best of species for the plantain sucker that we are using, so that it can give a very good return at the time of harvest. In terms of water management on the farm, we do a lot of water management, such that the environment is not flooded. All of these are targeted in ensuring that our customer get the best of yield. Periodically, we take away the stress of pests and weed control away from our customer. So the end-to-end management of this scheme is done by Forever Gardens with our staff, and what the customer just expects based on the plan that we have drawn out is you expect your return at a particular point in time that we are promised you. And it's just the in thing in the moment now. We've got quite a lot of people, rushing in to invest in this scheme. We've got 3 schemes. The first scheme is the bronze scheme, which entitles the prospective investor to 1 acre of land, and that's 6 plots. How do you qualify for this? A prospective investor is expected to make a deposit or an investment of 530,000 naira. The scheme runs for 3 years. At the end of the first year, your return on investment is 312,000. At the end of the second year, the return on investment is 265,000. And the last return on investment is 608,000 naira. Averagely, you would have gotten a total investment or a return of 224%. That is the best you can get with any investment. If you look at the average, is about more than 80, year on year. And this is what we are committed in giving our bronze investor. Okay, the second scheme that we have under our investment plan is the silver option or the silver scheme. And it entitles the prospective investor to 2.5 acres. That's about 15 plots. And with that, a prospective investor is expected to make an initial contribution of 1.2 million. That's 1,220,000. This plan is going to run like the ordinary plan that we have. It runs for a period of 3 years. At the end of each year, the investor is expected to take the returns. So during the first year, at the end of the first year, the investor will be given 799,000 naira. At the end of the second year, the investor goes home with 658,500 naira. And at the end of the third year, the investor will part with 1.3 million. Cumulatively, if you look at this investment, the total ROI is 234. You hardly find any investment that can give you this quantum of return. So with a silver scheme, we guarantee a total of 234% over a period of 3 years. The third scheme we have in our investment option is the gold scheme. And with the gold scheme, it entitles the prospective investors to 5 acres. That's about 30 plots. The investor is expected to make an initial deposit of 2,240,000 naira. And this investment will run for 3 years. At the end of the first year, the total ROI will be calculated to the tune that the investor will go home with 1,620,000 naira. At the end of the second year, the investor will go home with 1,294,000 naira. On the third year, when the investments would have elapsed, the investor will go home with 2,533,000 naira. This is the highest level of our schemes that we have under the managed plantain farm projects. All in all, at the end of the 3 years, the investor would have made a whopping return of 243% on the investment. That I don't think you can get anywhere. And that is what we offer our investors. Okay, presently now we've got about 50 acres of land in Ikorodu. Before the end of first quarter next year, we intend to do additional 100. We are so sure that we operate in a very large market, Nigeria with a population of around 180 million. But again, we want to take, if you have been listening to what is happening and monitoring what is happening in our economy and in our finance generally, Nigeria is trapped now with the foreign exchange. We've got shortage of forex. Now, if you begin to sell our produce to the international markets, it is going to contribute even to the foreign reserve of this company, of this great nation. And that's what we intend to do within the next few months.
We at Forever Gardens, we are deliberate in creating an investment plan because we felt it will have been more better for us to use all our cash flow, invest it and get something reasonable in return. But we felt this market in Nigeria, we have an opportunity to better people's life because quite a whole number of people are looking for where to place their fund. Even why, they think saving their money is almost like a loss. So we created what we call MPFP, Managed Plantain Farming Project, where we take over the entire, management of the farm, the entire risk. We take it over from an investor. And we promise them a guaranteed interest rate in return as a return on their investment.